I'm going to take you through 3 bunker shots that are going to make getting out of bunkers really easy, because there's nothing worse when you get greenside and all of a sudden you've left it in here. Takes you 3-4 shots to get out and you rack up a big number, but after this lesson that won't be an issue anymore. The 3 shots that I'm going to talk about are our standard bunker shot. I'm going to talk to you about a plugged bunker shot, because obviously sand, if the ball's coming in from some height, we find that we do get plugged. And then also what to do when we get up in the face, because I would imagine if you're someone who struggles with them, you thin a few into the face and then you're left right below the lip of the bunker. So we're going to solve that problem for you as well today. So first things first, bunker shots. We're obviously not trying to hit the golf ball clean like we would do if we were hitting an iron off the ground or we were playing a chip. We're close range like we're playing a chip, but what we're actually trying to do is hit the sand and let a little cloud of sand then lift the golf ball out onto the green. It requires us to use one of our most lofted golf clubs. So for me, I've got my 60-degree wedge out here. It might be that you have a 56, but what I would do is, if you haven't got a lofted wedge, maybe look to invest in one, because they're going to help you get it up over the face of the bunker. From there then, I've obviously got other lessons on the channel that you can look at about bunker technique, but for me the big problem I would see with the simple shot as I have here, I've got ball in the bunker, a little bit of ground, and then I'm up over the flag, is that there is a lack of commitment. We see that here I'm probably the best part of 15 yards away from it. Now, this is going to require me to still swing the golf club full, but what a lot of people will do is make a good setup. We would see that the ball's a little bit forwards, we see that the weight's a little bit forwards, and then as they would come to, they would make a nice long swing and then panic and go, oh, the ball's going to go too far, so I'll stop and quit. That's not what we need in these simple bunker shots here. We need some commitment, we need speed, because we've got loft, that ball is going up in the air. And because I'm not hitting the ball cleanly, it's not going to get the force I would do if I were to make a normal full swing with my 60-degree wedge. As we play this one here, I'm looking for commitment. I want to know that I can make a full swing and trust that the loft I have on the golf club is going to lift the ball out, and that speed, because of the impact of the sand, isn't going to propel the ball as far as I may think. I know it's just going to pop out and land and run. So good setup, weight forwards, ball in that lead stance. From here then, commitment, and as we see, pops out, ooh, just runs by the flag, but I've got safely out there. So make sure for this basic bunker shot, commitment is key. That's where I see so many amateurs suffer, because they don't have the commitment. The second shot, the plugged bunker lie. When we get into this one, that is horrible. If you find yourself in there, you're thinking, oh, why me? Why is it like that? Oh, bad enough that I'm in the bunker, but it's going to happen. Sand, ball coming in from a height, we're going to see that we get that plugged one. And a real simple thing that can help you do that, if you carry that commitment from your first shot in and then add in this little bit of extra, this isn't going to be a problem for you anymore, because again, it's a little bit of sand, we've got speed, we're going to be able to get it out. But what we need to do, and what I want you to try and utilize, is this part of the golf club. The heel of the golf club is going to be our friend in this situation, because that part of the golf club is actually quite sharp. So when we get it impacting the sand, it's going to be able to dig the sand out a little bit more. What I would see from a lot of amateurs here is that lack of commitment, but then they start to open the face up quite a lot, and then they end up sculling it because the bounce of the club or the sole of the club is hitting the ball. What I want to try and do is maintain my good basics from here. From there then, I actually like to grip down a little bit on the club. I take about an inch off, but what I then do, my big key, is make sure that this grip of the golf club gets really low down to the golf ball. So almost it feels like I'm going to hit the sand with the heel of my golf club. like I said a moment ago, it's very sharp, that part of the golf club. So as I go in here, what I'm doing is opening up that heel to allow me to dig under the golf ball, but what it's also doing is adding a little bit more loft because I'm laying it down, so that's going to get my elevation. So I've got my commitment from my first shot to make sure I'm digging through the sand, I've got the added bonus of the heel, and then I've got a little bit of loft to get it out. So what we want to try and do, make sure we've got that nice stable base, get into that lead side, grip down an inch. From there then make sure we're laying the grip or the handle down quite a lot from here, and really feel like I'm going to dig that heel of the golf club down under the golf ball. It's going to splash it and get that ball up from there. So that plugged lie then becomes no issue whatsoever. So good setup, good basics. I'm committed, I'm lowering that grip, I'm going to utilize the heel of the golf club, and from there then pops out nice and easy and runs out onto the flag. We'll see it come out a little bit lower generally, and we'll see it run a little bit more, but even from that horrible lie there, I've managed to use my golf club in a specific way to make sure that I can get up out of that bunker. So plug lies will not be an issue anymore if we start using that heel a little bit more. So this is where we'll find the ball quite frequently. We'll find it underneath the lip of the bunker. It might be because of one shot that I've already hit and I've sent it into the lip at some speed and it drops down, or maybe my second shot's just found itself here. But a lot of people panic because when we look at this, the proximity of the ball to the face is very close, and then I have the steepness of this face, and then I've got a bit of added ground here to get up over, and all of a sudden I'm thinking, well, A, I can't complete my swing because I'm going to go into the bank, and also, will that ball actually get up over this lip as I get through? So I see a lot of people when they're playing this one almost trying to help the golf ball up, and we see this jumping out motion, which generally leads to either topping it or thinning it into the face and causing a bit of a predicament. Again, from tip one, I've got my most lofted golf club out here, so that's going to solve or help the elevation problem. What I then want to do is make sure that I'm using this loft, and also then I need to understand how my swing is going to be affected. Because of this almost like a barrier of the lip, I can't make that full follow through. But what I have to do is make sure that I am committed still into my impact and feeling that I almost, all the force goes down under and almost come to a little bit of a stop as I meet this lip. So it would feel a little bit like slamming the brakes on your car. You're driving along and then bang, you've got all that speed and then it comes to quite a quick halt. We've got to be prepared for that. I don't want to make the swing where I get up, make a good swing and then think, oh, I'm going to hit the lip and back out of it. Because ultimately I'm decelerating, I get to it here, make a poor contact and just flub it into the face. I've got to make sure I'm committed into going under this golf ball. So what I would do from here, really feel like I'm lent against this lip here, really feel that I've got this solid base as if I'm fighting the lip a little bit. From there then, I'm actually going to start to utilize a little bit more of the leading edge. I don't want to open the face out. It's already got 60 degrees of loft on it. It's going to get up. I want to try and make sure that I'm utilizing that leading edge so I can dig down and under the golf ball and then let it pop up as I go through. From there then, I actually feel as I make this golf swing, like I say, full swing, I commit to my speed, and as I'm hitting it, I almost feel like I actually almost let go of the golf club because I'm in and I do this sort of motion. I wouldn't obviously let go of the golf club, but I would feel like my grip pressure gets a little bit lighter, so it's in and stops as we go through. So get that good stable base again. Make sure I'm utilizing more of the leading edge to get that digging motion, but come down with some speed and acceleration into this sand an inch behind the golf ball, and then I release the pressure and I'll see this ball pop out really easy. So good setup, commitment, lean into that lip, and then just commit to letting that ball, the club, sorry, come to a grinding halt with all the speed going underneath the golf ball. And there, you can see almost there as I've let go, it's popped out I've got it well up over the lip, but I'm committed to taking that big divot still. I didn't get in and think, oh, the lip, and stop. If we're doing that, that is going to be a killer. So if you can utilise those really simple tips, bunkers for you won't be an issue anymore. As well, guys, if you stay to the end, why not check out one of my other videos? If you're struggling with your chipping or your pitching, give this little box a click down here. See if you can solve that problem as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in your next lesson.